So how do you go from good to evil? It never begins with a grand decision. No one wakes up one day and says, "Today I choose to be evil." It's more subtle. It starts with a single step, a small compromise, a harmless act of obedience, a quiet acceptance of something that feels just a little wrong. But over time, those small decisions build a path. You follow orders. You tell yourself, "This isn't my choice. I'm just doing my job." You push away the discomfort. You stop questioning. You tell yourself, "It's not really that bad." And slowly, the line between right and wrong begins to blur. This is how ordinary people become participants in extraordinary evil. Not monsters, not psychopaths, just people. People like you, like me, who began with small steps and ended up in dark places. In the Stanford prison experiment, I saw this happen firsthand. We took good, healthy young men and gave them roles. Some became gods, others became prisoners. And within days, those gods who had been kind and normal before began to humiliate, dehumanize, and abuse the prisoners. They didn't think of themselves as villains. They thought they were just playing a role, just doing what was expected. But their behavior shifted. The power corrupted them quickly. And this isn't history. It repeats. We saw it in Abu Ghraib, where soldiers, again regular people, were put in a toxic environment and became torturers. They laughed as they stripped prisoners, as they posed for pictures with their victims. Why? Because they had learned to dehumanize them. They had disengaged morally. They told themselves, "These people deserve this," or "I'm just following orders." But this is not about pointing fingers. This is about awareness. Because if good people can become evil through small steps, then we all have to ask, where are our lines? What would we do under pressure? Would we obey, conform, stay silent, or would we speak up? That's the challenge. That's the test of character. We must teach people to resist, to recognize when the shift begins, to see the danger in that first harmless compromise. We need to build inner strength, ethical courage, a sense of personal responsibility that doesn't fade in a group or crumble under authority. Because in every moment, we are shaping who we become. And evil doesn't begin with hate. It begins with indifference, with silence, with the failure to say, "This is wrong." So what do? We become aware. We stay conscious. We question. We teach the next generation to value empathy, to think critically, to act bravely, because the antidote to evil is not goodness alone. It is courage. The courage to be different, the courage to stand up. And in that courage, we find the heroes, not the ones with capes, but the ones who say no. The ones who stop the chain before it begins. The ones who protect others, even when it's hard. That's how we stop evil, not with grand gestures, but with ordinary people choosing every day not to cross that line.